Hey there, remember how we did a shop tip at one point? Let's do more of that. Today's shop tip, cleanliness. I don't have it. This isn't as bad as you might think. A lot of people's workbenches are worse. For example, pretty much every one of them that I see. But this is still pretty bad. I can't use the whole space. So today's tip is cleanliness and organization. Organization is really more the important thing here. So all of these tools and things have a place to go. And I'm going to take the camera and show me putting them all away, and you can see how quickly it's going to go. I'm midway through a project, woodworking project on the woodworking bench that I almost never have folded down. It's nice and clean. And also some metalworking. Cheap project currently awaiting tools, which are supposed to be here in like 3 days. So, that'll be fun. And many of these tools go here, or here, or here. You see all this shelving? If you don't have a home to put all your tools, get some more shelves. This one was like 40, 50 bucks, and it went together in 10 minutes. And if you can afford all of these tools and those tools, you can afford one more shelf. So here we go, in no particular order. Mug doesn't count because it goes in the kitchen. Number 5 plane, that goes on the woodworking tool shelf. This is not the final woodworking tool shelf. They're kind of just vacationing there until I can build like a woodworking cabinet thing like you see with those tools. And then those tools will go in. That's a fun inception-y thing to think of. Wooden mallet, nice little hook on the end. Hard to do this one-handed. Lives on this hook on the pegboard. This saw. These things go on the edge. Can't do that one-handed. Just pretend. That goes on this hook. Pocket knife, that goes in my pocket. This chisel goes in the chisel box on the woodworking thing. Patterns. More patterns. I don't really have a place for patterns to go. Those are more projects that I'm working on. Suppose I'll put them here with the other metal casting patterns. Like those ones. Wood carving knife. Wood carving shelf. Draw knife. Draw knife case. Draw knife case on this hook. Get out of there. There we go. Spring clamp. Spring clamp. Spring clamp. Spring clamp, spring clamp, spring clamp, screwdriver, screwdriver bits, combination square, slid up like so, on this hook. Random pieces of wood, these are actually part of the project I'm working on, and the current in progress project can stay on the workbench. Workbench is not a shelf for long-term storage, but the thing I'm working on can stay. Wood glue during the summer when it's not going to freeze, wood shelf. Paint can opener, no idea why that's here, but it lives here for some reason. Box, draw knife, woodworking tool shelf, wood offcuts, wood pile. The point I'm making here is that your organizational system does not have to make perfect sense, but as long as you have a place to put everything, you can clean up really, really quickly. And more importantly, next time you need that thing, you know exactly where it is. I can't believe it's not butter bucket full of screws on that shelf for some reason. Power drill. I can't really coil it up effectively one-handed, but just pretend. There, that kind of counts. Power tool shelf. Lots of hammers. Little hammer, framing hammer, body hammer, hidden hook, slapper. Next handful of tools. Screwdriver, vice grips, more vice grips, pens and pencils. This is kind of a miscellaneous shelf. It helps to have one of those. Whoops. Oh no, spring clamps, not in their proper position. Piece of wood. Also an active part of the project that I'm working on at the moment, but I'll set it here so it's out of the way. I use these for like soft jaws for the vise. I put them down here next to the scrap wood, but also because the vise is supposed to live there. So kind of soft things for the vise. Those don't exist. Forget the spring clamps. All of this metal is part of the Jeep. Work in progress. This book is not part of the Jeep. It's also not a tool. It lives in the basement. Well, it doesn't actually live in the basement. It lives on a bookshelf that doesn't exist yet, but I'm currently making. And this wood is part of it. So, there. That's where it lives. Notebook. It's good to have a bunch of notebooks around. Goes on the notebook pile on the miscellaneous shelf. Whoop! WD-40 doesn't belong there. It belongs with cans of spraying stuff over here. tape measure goes on the tape measure hook. And there you have it. That belongs in the kitchen. That belongs on that bookshelf. That's a work in progress. Clean bench. Oh, what's this? Clean bench. Clean other bench, except for all the stuff that's currently in progress. That's most of the Jeep right there. Vice can live here, or it can live on the shelf. I can take it off and then fold this up. I can fold that up too, and then I have all of the floor space, which is currently covered in wood shavings, open. Another benefit of this, which tools are missing? I can tell right away. Why is there a gap? Huh? That screwdriver is missing. And that's a top quality Harbor Freight one. So I'm out at least 5 cents worth of tool right there. So now I know that tool is missing. I must go find it. Not gonna go find it now though. So there you go. Only a few minutes and it's all clean-ish. Just because I had a place for everything to go. The instant I picked it up, I knew where it should belong. And I took it there, put it away, grabbed the next thing. That's how you clean up really fast. Recording all of this is under 15 minutes. I checked right before I started talking. It was like 12-ish. So obviously I'm going to edit it down. But there you go. If everything is a home, it can go away really quickly. And then you have a clean workspace. And now I can do anything on here. Absolutely anything. Not that. Quit thinking that.